guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and it looks like Shadowlands is getting its final patch very soon, with the recent patch 9.2 PTR getting a candidate build, which means it's very close to being released. And presumably, after the patch 9.2 and the Season 4 content, comes the new World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight. Since the initial Dragonflight reveal announcement, many in the community have patiently been waiting for a potential playable alpha or possibly a release date for the next World of Warcraft expansion. And while we haven't seen anything regarding the alpha or the release date, we did get more insightful details from various blue posts and interviews over the last few weeks about all of the major features and content coming in the next chapter of World of Warcraft. So in this video, I want to go over every major feature coming to the next expansion of World of Warcraft Dragonflight, as well as all of the recent updates that we've learned over the last few weeks. But right before we get into this feature update, those of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as to the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get regular news and updates on the next upcoming World of Warcraft expansion. First of all, let's cover the biggest announcement, a brand new race and a brand new class coming with this World of Warcraft expansion. The last time we saw a new class was way back in Legion with Demon Hunters, and at the time that class was very well received by the community, primarily for their demonic aesthetic, as well as the fun mobility tools with double jump and innate gliding ability. And the next class of World of Warcraft is looked to be even more ambitious. Over the last few weeks, we got more information about the Drakthir and the Evoker class combination. First, just like Demon Hunters, the Evoker is a hero class, which will start at a higher level, level 58. This class will have its own unique introductory scenario, which will teach you the basics of the class, and by the end of it, you should be high enough level to enter into the brand new expansion. Just like the Pandaren, the Drakthir will start as a neutral faction, and at the end of the scenario, you'll get to join the Alliance or the Horde. The new race of Drakthir is a race that can shapeshift between two forms. The dragon form has separate customizations for various scales, eye colors, jaw shapes, and even different body types. It has been confirmed that bulkier forms are available as part of the Drakthir customization, we just didn't get to see them during the expansion preview. Besides your dragon form, you can also customize your visage form. Your visage form is mostly cosmetic, with you taking dragon form primarily in combat. Very similar to the Worgen, who have a human form and then a functional Worgen form for combat. During the expansion launch, only Drakthir can be Evokers, and only Evokers can be Drakthir as a race class combination. But in a future update, the race of Drakthir are planned to get more class options. For now, there's very little information about the Evoker class. However, we do know that it will be a ranged DPS and a healer, and it'll be our third class that uses male armor together with the Shamans and the Hunters. The Evoker class comes with two specs. Devastation will be your ranged DPS playstyle, utilizing the red Dragonflight for explosive fire damage and the blue Dragonflight for more focused output. Preservation will be a ranged healer playstyle, using the powers of the green Dragonflight to bolster your allies, and the bronze Dragonflight to reverse allies' damage taken. From the preview, it looks like Evokers will be a highly mobile class, able to fly in combat while channeling certain spells and abilities. This class also comes with a new empowerment mechanic. By holding down the keybind to a spell, you can empower it. Empowering certain spells can change their behavior, turning a single target spell into a frontal cone capable of hitting multiple targets. It could also make certain abilities simply hit harder if mobility isn't an issue in the boss fight. Besides this, very little is known about this empowerment mechanic. However, if this class mechanic does become successful, Blizzard may branch the empowerment mechanics to other class abilities as well. We also got big reputation updates. In the expansion of Dragonflight, gaining reputation with certain factions will be replaced by the Shadowlands Renown system. Just like Shadowlands Renown, unlocking more renown with the Dragonflight factions can open up more story quests and daily activities with those factions, various cosmetic rewards, and other updates in the Dragon Isles. Though unlike the restrictive Shadowlands Renown and Covenants, you'll be able to gain renown with multiple different factions all at the same time. And these reputation gains are also supposed to be very alt-friendly. We also can expect big changes to our classes. Every single class and spec is getting brand new revamped talent trees, with a few playstyles even getting some gameplay changes. The purpose of all of these class changes is to hopefully move away from borrowed power systems entirely, which have been the main systems that our classes used to gain progression over the last few expansions. The artifact weapons in Legion, the Heart of Azeroth in BFA, and even the Covenants of Shadowlands defined our classes in fantastic and even fun creative ways. But at the end of every single one of these expansions, we have to give these powers up. It doesn't feel that good to watch a character evolve and grow and gain stronger and better, and at the end of the expansion just take a massive step backwards like none of this growth ever happened. The class changes and talent revamps are looking to grow our classes forward into the next expansion rather than investing into temporary gains. While we don't know about every single class change on the horizon, we did get more information recently about how talent reworks will function in Dragonflight. The revamped talents will be a mixture of the current talent system, giving you the ability to choose certain talents within certain rows, but also a mixture of the talents from Classic, slowly building up the power of your character the more you invest into your talent tree. However, they don't want these talents to be small incremental gains, but rather substantial gameplay options. Very similar to the traits of artifact weapons from Legion, Blizzard is hoping to make every single talent more impactful. These talents will be broken into two trees, the class tree and the spec tree. The class tree will feature all of your class abilities, passives, and utilities that can be selected by your class. Over the last few weeks, we learned that the talents are meant to promote hybrid gameplay. For example, a Restoration Druid may want to give up some baseline utility or healing in order to pick up more damage-oriented playstyles from the Feral Tree, maybe even picking up Skull Bash, which is an interrupt ability normally not available to Restoration Druids. Or for example, as a Feral Druid, you may want to attempt to grab Innervate from the Talent Tree, which is normally a balanced Druid utility, to improve on your overall raid performance, though you will have to maybe give up some tankiness or mobility in order to achieve better overall raid utility. While your class tree will offer hybrid capabilities, your spec tree will focus on your spec's given role. These talents are meant to provide you the ultimate freedom to customize your class anywhere you want to, whether you want to play a hybrid build focusing on defensive and self-healing tools within PvP, or purely damage output for dungeons and raids. You'll be able to customize different builds, save your presets, and swap out to different loadouts easily. We also got major updates coming to professions in Dragonflight. In Shadowlands, professions are very simple and straightforward, but to me they're nowhere near as exciting as endgame raids, dungeons, and PvP content. The goal in Dragonflight is to upgrade professions in a major way, starting with the interface where you get to craft all your items. In the new interface, you'll be able to utilize higher quality resources in order to craft better potions as well as armor. We also learned there's an ability to recraft certain items. For example, let's say you made some plate gloves as a blacksmith warrior, and you discover rare materials and ingredients while exploring. You will be able to recraft those same plate gloves with better materials, boosting the item's item level, stats, or possibly granting it other various bonuses. The new interface will also add to professions crafting orders. With crafting orders, players will be able to list different jobs for crafters. Maybe you need an alchemist to make you 5 healing potions, and every alchemist can peruse different crafting orders and fulfill any jobs that they want to take. A crafting order may come with its own materials. Maybe I already have the mats needed in order to craft 5 healing potions, I just needed an alchemist to put the mats together in order to make the potions for me. In the expansion of Dragonflight, professions will also have their own specializations. On a class you can spec to be a tank, healer, or a DPS, and as a blacksmith you can specialize to either crafting sharper weapons or forging stronger armor. There's also crafting gear. Crafting gear will be visually distinct based on your gathering or crafting professions. Crafting gear will improve your crafting and gathering performance, and may even come with new stats for crafting like Inspiration. Inspiration crafting stat will function similarly to the Critical Strike combat stat. Whenever you craft items, you have a chance to crit and gain Inspiration, enhancing the quality of your next craft. And over the last few weeks, we learned even more information about the next flying system of Dragonflight called Dragonriding. We learned that Dragonriding will be unlocked really early as you level through the expansion, basically giving the players ability to fly very early on. Dragonriding will be very similar to the progression systems we know, like Artifact Weapons or Heart of Azeroth, though this system isn't gonna have ties to endgame content. Instead of gaining player power, you get to train your dragon, learning how to fly faster and becoming more maneuverable, gaining the endurance to stay in flight for longer periods of time and soaring higher than ever before, as well as customizing various different drakes with various different armors, customizing different aspects like snouts, wings, spikes, and other details. At the very start of the expansion, Dragonflight will replace the normal flying, though flying mechanics as we know today will return at a later time in the expansion. The skill of dragon riding may even become available outside of the Dragon Isles as well in the future update. Another major quality of life feature is that just about everything in Dragonflight that has to do with character progression will be made account-wide. Things like reputation gains and faction progress can be done on one character, and all of your other alts also gain same benefits. Any progression you gain in dragon riding or unlocking any of the new customizations will also be applied for your alt characters as well. Blizzard said they learned a lot of the lessons from the expansion of Shadowlands when it comes to alt friendliness, though Shadowlands was originally deemed as a very alt-friendly expansion. In the end, Shadowlands turned out to be very grindy, with all the different renown, soulbinds, conduits, as well as the legendaries you have to keep a track of. Hopefully, the lessons learned in Shadowlands will be applied for the next expansion, and hopefully they'll listen closely to the feedback given during the Dragonflight Alpha. While we don't have all the details about the future Dragonflight raids or PvP season updates, we did get a lot of information about how the Mythic Plus dungeons will function with the first Dragonflight Mythic Plus season. Season 1 Mythic Plus rotation will feature 4 Dragonflight dungeons and 4 dungeons from older expansions. You will still have access to all the Dragonflight dungeons on Mythic, Heroic, and Normal difficulty, but for the Mythic Plus seasonal rotation, only a portion of the Dragonflight dungeons will be part of the Mythic Plus pool. This dungeon rotation will also not feature any of the dungeons from the Battle for Azeroth or Shadowlands expansions since they are way too recent. For now, Blizzard is considering adding Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, and Legion dungeons to take place as the 4 older expansion dungeons of the seasonal rotation. And the purpose of this approach is to keep Mythic Plus format fresh every single season. Experiencing the same dungeons every single season means having to reform the same loot every time a new raid tier or a season comes out. That can create an overly repetitive experience that doesn't bring anything new to the table. Blizzard hopes that seasonal loot variety will make every single season in Dragonflight feel different, as there will always be new best-in-slot items to farm for the season. Running the same set of dungeons every season can also lead to stagnation. Eventually, these same dungeons are no longer a new and exciting experience. Dragonflight is hoping to offer new dungeon rotations every single season, though some in the community have suggested instead of the 8 seasonal dungeons on a rotation, they should instead, over time, add more Mythic Plus dungeons to the dungeon pool, giving players more choices in the dungeons they can run rather than a different dungeon rotation. I want to ask you guys in the comments, which one would you prefer? Would you rather have 8 seasonal dungeons on a rotation with new set of dungeons every single season, or for Blizzard to simply expand the pool of dungeons as the expansion goes on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And that's going to be all of the major features that we know of so far that are coming with the new Dragonflight expansion. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know in the comments what you think about the features discussed in today's video, and which feature excites you the most. Are you excited for the class changes and the talent revamps? Or are you excited about the Drag Theory evokers the most? What do you think about the feature of dragon riding, and what other features of the next expansion should also become account-wide? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as per always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about today's video update, or hang out with the other members of the community discussing the next expansion of Dragonflight. Join our Discord to join our community. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.